Welcome to Faith-Based Workplace YouTube channel. We're back once again this week. Usually I do one video a week, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start doing 2 videos a week. So I'm looking at probably doing one video still on Wednesday and then dropping the second video either on Friday or Monday. But look like it's probably going to be Fridays to drop the second video. Last week we dropped a video with my wife, real good videos, getting real positive feedback, racism in the workplace. If you haven't had the chance to check that video out, you might want to check it out. It was pretty good dialect and dialogue between me and my wife. Just talking about racism in the workplace and things that we've witnessed, you know, at our different jobs, and, you know, things that we learned from it. And it was real good, real good. But this week, I got another good one. So, like I say, since I'm doing 2 a week, I'm going to try to make this one a little shorter, not promising anything. I'm going to sound like a black pastor when they say, you know, I'm going to preach for an hour and then end up being 2 hours. But I'm not going to be in here an hour, I can guarantee you that. But yes, this week is 8 reasons I must work or have to work with a narcissist. Because let's be honest, everyone can't just quit a job. I mean, we work for many reasons, many different reasons we work. So we're going to discuss that today and talk about a few topics dealing with a narcissist at work. You know, you have to, because you have no choice. Not everybody have their own business. Not everyone can just work from home. I mean, I know during COVID-19, people are working from home, so that's, you know, I'm hearing good things about that, but then people are ready to get back into work. So it just depends on your situation. Once again, I want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe to this video. You can also leave a comment. I will respond back as quick as I can when I get the alerts, you know, so I will be doing that. So, hey, let's get into it. Most of us work, you know, not because we want to, but because we need to. So knowing that and knowing that you have to work, you know, there's going to be some things at work that you're going to have to deal with. So we have to know these things, you know, moving forward, that, hey, we have to be, you know, able to, sorry about that, that's on my watch. Anyway, so one alarm. But anyway, you know, sometimes we working at work, and you know, we're in these different facilities and these different jobs, and we're there, you know, 8, 10, 12 hours a day. So knowing that you got to be at work that long, you're going to come across some people you're going to get along with. I pray that you get along with everybody at work. It's awesome when you have those type of jobs where you can get along with everybody. But then you're going to have, you know, 1, 2, it might be a few that you don't get along with. Now, again, I'm not saying everyone is a narcissist at work. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know, people have different traits that might come up. So I'm challenging you that if you're working with a narcissist, that you try your best to establish boundaries. I said it on a previous video. You know, you have to set boundaries in life. You have to set boundaries with family. You have to set boundaries with your kids. So why wouldn't we do it at work? So at work, we want to make sure we're setting those boundaries as well. Because we have our personal space, we have our personal time, we're on lunch and breaks, or, you know, for your smokers, you know, you're out there taking your little 5-minute break to get your cigarette. I don't agree with smoking, I don't smoke, but, you know, to each his own. But you're getting your smoke break in, and, you know, you just want that time to be able to enjoy your nicotine, or maybe you're reading a Bible for your 15-minute break, which is actually a great idea to read your Bible. Maybe you just want to pray or listen to gospel music, you know, whatever it is, but, you know, you want to have that time. So you have to set those boundaries and let people know, hey, during this time or at this time, I'm not going to be engaging, you know, with people. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you have to have your time to do things. Once those boundaries are in place, make sure you hold yourself accountable. So when you set a boundary, you want to make sure that you are holding yourself accountable. So you want to make sure that, you know, you set these boundaries and you tell people about it. But at the same time, just because you told people, you want to make sure that you honor your own boundaries. You know, it's funny how that works, because sometimes we'll set boundaries and we don't even hold ourselves accountable. So we'll set boundaries, you know, whatever it may be. I'm going to take a lunch every day at 12, you know, for 30 minutes. You know, just don't call me or things of that nature. But, you know, things happen and you might not take a lunch today. I know a lot of people, they go through work and they don't take lunch. It's like so busy, things are hectic, and you might not even take lunch. You might build up that, and you want to, like people like me, I will get a headache. So I'll realize that I hadn't eaten. So I'll, try to make sure that I get in and get something, at least a snack on. But I try to make sure I take at least my lunch break, because, once I get a headache, I don't feel good, and then, it's just bad for everybody involved. Get kind of hangry. I try not to get angry, but you get hangry. You're hungry and angry, for people that don't know. Moving right along. Boundaries can be tricky at work, but your safety and well-being is most important. So you want to be concerned with, your safety and then your well-being. So like I said, I catch headaches, so I want to make sure I don't catch headaches. You might feel nauseated. You might feel, depressed if you don't eat. People have different feelings to why they feel the way they feel. So you want to make sure that these boundaries are in place, and you want to make sure that, you're doing everything that you can to do your, your things for safety and then your well-being. Sorry about that. Had a brain fart, I guess. But you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can possible to make sure that you're, when I say safety, I'm talking about your own personal safety. You want to make sure that you're doing everything safety and, just following your boundaries, and once again, holding yourself accountable. Working for some of us can be filled and, with excitement, but, sometimes you cross that narcissist and they would take whatever they can from you. So it goes back to that narcissistic supply. So they might come to work mad that day, feeling depressed, feeling angry, feeling anxiety is real high. You might be on another high, a godly high, or, listening to your music on the way to work and you're feeling good, and you're going to work and this person is angry, male or female, because you can go either way. And things that happen, and you want to make sure that when you notice that, you have your boundaries in place. You got to feel safe at work. Let's go back to that. You have to feel safe at work. You want to make sure that at your place of employment, that you're safe. And this time, when I'm talking about safe, I'm still talking about your well-being, but everything around you. You don't need the angry person, hollering at you, abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, trying to micromanage you, things of that nature. So you want to make sure that, you're dealing with a person that's in their right mind, which you're not in control of other people. So, you have to pray for them and, let go and let God and keep that moving. Don't get me wrong, some narcissists like to have fun as well. They do. They like to be the center of attention. They like to, say all the good jokes and everybody think they're funny, but then they have their flip side. I call it two-faced. They're going to be one way in front of a certain group of people, and then another way in front of another group of people, or one way with you, and then when a group of people come around, they're nice. So they're being mean to you, cursing you out, or arguing with you, and belittling you, or micromanaging you, and make you seem like you can't do your job. You might have a bachelor's, you might have an MBA, or whatever the case is, or you have the experience, 8, 10, 15, 20 years experience, so you know how to do your job. But they'll, get into your head and make you think that you don't know what you're doing. So let's watch those people and make sure that, we're doing everything we can to, stay happy. You want to be happy as you can, and God is part of that. So praying and, reading your Bible, listen to the gospel music. I've just gotten into actually listening to more gospel rap. I was listening to it before, but I'm getting more into it. It has some of the same good beats like regular rap, but they're talking about God. So hey, why not? Whatever is good for you, I say do it. Moving right along. Narcissists will try and fit in with the crowd until you cross them. So they'll be in the crowd, be one of the front runners where people, like I say, everybody like them. But when you cross them, you'll get a different person. So you want to make sure, and I'm going to say this again, I try to say this in most videos, make sure you're documenting things of that nature. You want to make sure that you stand on task with that. So document and, make sure that you're always aware that once you realize you're dealing with a narcissist, you want to make sure that you don't cross them. But, hey, you might not even do anything to cross them. And guess what? You still cross them. It doesn't make any sense. They just having a bad day and you on their radar that day, so you're gonna get it. So just try to practice discernment. Pray about it. Make sure that you know, you're doing everything you can in your power, you know, to do your job and, you know, be happy as you can in the workplace. Trying to move a little bit faster on this video. Narcissists are very crafty and work hard to not reveal, you know, their true identities. So it's basically a cat and mouse game. So they're doing things to, how can I say that? Basically, they're doing things to, like I said, fit in. And when I say cat and mouse, like they're chasing you around, not in a physical form, like chasing you, but they're doing everything they can to probably throw you under the bus and get you in trouble, you know, things of that nature. So you want to watch that, and, you know, you want to pray about that. I keep saying prayer because, trust me, prayer is important. My last job that I had, I used to make sure, you know, I get into work early. I would actually put on, you know, my gospel music, to my prayer. That's before anybody that might be that 30, 40 minutes before anybody even comes in. So I'm already, you know, setting the tone, you know, getting my mind right, because I know, hey, it could be a crazy day at work. You praying that it'd be a good day, but we all know that every day is not a good day at work. Every day is not even a good day with us. You know, you wake up, you have those days where you're feeling down and out or depressed. So you want to make sure that, you know, you're putting your best foot forward. So let's get into some of the reasons that I came up with, you know, why people got to work. And we heard these before. I'm just bringing back to your attention that, you know, you at work, you're dealing with a narcissist, but you can't just quit. So it's 8 reasons that, you know, you have to stay at work, you know. So the first one, to provide for their family. So, you know, we all work. Hey, you gotta provide for your family, your wife, you know, your kids, the dog, the cat, whatever other animals you have. And even if you're just providing for yourself, you still have to work to provide for yourself, you know. So that's number one. So you're doing it. So even though you're working with that narcissist, in the back of your head, you need to know that, hey, I'm doing this for my family. Now, when you able to apply and file for a better job or maybe even a better position in that company, then you go ahead, you know, you do that. You know, you pray about it and God will show you where you need to go, you know, but don't run from it, you know, because God didn't give us the spirit of fear. So let's make sure that we're taking some of these things head on and being proactive also. 2, you know, you might have a brand new car you just bought. So you want to make sure you maintain that car note. We don't want to get our car repossessed. And then you also have other bills in the house, you know, light, cable, water, you know, the regular bills that we pay. So you want to make sure that you know, you're working to be able to pay those bills. So again, you can't let the narcissist control what you're doing. Actually, I did a post about that on LinkedIn. If you want to check that out. Basically just saying, you know, if the sky's the limit, you know, people always say, oh, the sky's the limit, you know, at this place of business. Then think about it. Why is the narcissist holding you down? Why they not letting you get promoted or move up to these positions that you want to move up to or should be moving up to? So let's make sure we taking care of our part, and, you know, sometimes you might have to go around them to be able to move on to that next position. So number 3, you know, you might be paying for college or other trades. Hey, I've, you know, went to college. Luckily, I was able to use my Montgomery GI Bill from the military. So thank God for that. So I don't have any college debt. And me and my wife, we talk about that a lot, trying to make sure that, you know, the kids or, you know, different people should make sure that if they can, you know, because it's hard, that their kids don't have college debt. So, you know, the militaries, hey, it was great to be able to, you know, do that and get actually 2 degrees out of it. So I got my bachelor's and then I got my MBA also. So, you know, but everybody can't do that. So you have some college debt that you might have to pay. So remember, that job is, you know, so you can pay it out in debt, and, you know, when you finish college, you don't have as much debt. So, you know, that's another reason why we're working and we have to continue working. Saving up for retirement. This is a good one because think about it. A lot of us are working so we can retire. You want to retire as quick as possible. Some of us work till we're 65, 70, but some people work, you know, 35, 40. They already retired. They did maybe 20 years in the military or 20 years at a job, you know, whatever job they worked at, and they saving up for retirement. So those 20 years, you might have had, you know, ups and downs where you had a narcissist in place, and then, you know, you had a few years, you know, where they were really on you, and then they might have moved on, you know, God moved them out of the situation, and, you know, you had to work, and then you might have another narcissist come in, you might be the manager, and they might be below you, but either way, you're working so you can retire at some point. So if you think about it that way, you know, you're saving up for yourself, just for your own well-being. Remember that. Some people work for insurance purposes. Think about that. you have these bills, medical bills, what is, just going to see the doctor on regular, or cancer treatments, or, maybe eye exams and glasses, or dental, things of that nature. So we're working knowing, and it's not just for us, it's for our family also. So we got to make sure that we are, have that insurance in place, because everybody can't afford to pay for insurance. Out of pocket can be quite expensive. So that's for, a whole nother subject. But so that's another reason why people work and have to work with, maybe a narcissist in place, because your end game is to do the things that I'm talking about, plus, prayer and, taking care of yourself. But if you're working for these reasons, I mean, what are you going to do? So you can't just quit your job. So moving on to the next one, number 6, like me, love to take vacations, love to travel. There's nothing wrong with traveling. I say take a break. It's good to get out of the company, get away for a few days or a week, even a week, like a long weekend, 3-4 day weekend. It's good to get away and do those things. So I figured, hey, why not, do that? And, but again, you need money for that. Money is the root of all evil. We all know that. For y'all that don't know that, newsflash, but we need money to do things. So, you try to take a vacation or travel, you're going to have to work at this job, and you're saving up, for the vacation. Then you're also working your time so you can get the vacation at your job. So again, don't let the narcissist just run you off your job because you determined to do something. And you might just be working at the job for a short period of time, but don't let them run you off from your job. Some people love to work. So they work because, hey, and that's number 7. They love because that's what they love to do. There's nothing wrong with that. I love to work. I know a lot of people that are workaholics, which they really love to work, which is actually a bad thing. We might talk about that in another video. But, they love to work, so there's nothing wrong with that. So, again, you love to work. Maybe the narcissists don't like being at work, but they're working because they have to, just like some of the same things I'm talking about. Don't let them run you away from your job. You're happy, and this is where you're supposed to be your place of employment. You pray about it, that God move that person out of the situation, maybe move them out of their position, or even better, maybe move you up into the position so that way you can take care of things the way it need to be taken care of. Think about it. You can get that position in charge of 20 or 30 people. You're able to dictate what's going on. It might be a better outcome for everybody involved, even the narcissist. Hey, maybe they might learn something from you. Who knows? Number 8. Might be working to start their own business. So you saving up money, still saving up money so you can start your own business, which is, I love that. If you can start your own business, be an entrepreneur, hey, why not? Whatever it may be, t-shirts, dog grooming, babysitting, construction, housing, building, got a lawn service, the list goes on and on. But if you're able to save up money and do that, again, don't let one person or 2 people run you off from your place of employment because your end game, hey, I got it in my head 8 months, I'm making this money, I can save up enough money to start I can buy this new lawnmower, I can buy a trailer for my truck that I already have, and then I can buy a weed eater and things I need. Me and my 2 friends are gonna cut grass. We already have people lined up. So don't let that person run you off from that. So you wanna, stay on course, pray about it and stay on course. Moving, that was the 8, that I went over. That's not the end of the video yet, but I always try to bring in a Bible verse. So this week, this video, I'm talking about Philippians 2, verse 14 and 15. So I'll read this right quick. Do all things without grumbling or questioning, that you may be blameless and innocent. Think about that for a second. Children of God without blemish in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as light in the world. So out of the whole verse, what I got out of it, and we've been talking about this, me and my wife, and then different people on LinkedIn, we are shining light in a time of darkness. When I say darkness, I don't mean just dark outside at nighttime. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything going on in the world with, with racism, with police brutality, with killings, with, hey, we can talk about hurricanes, earthquakes, just everything that's going on. We're living in biblical times if you look at it. So what I'm getting out is, you want to continue to shine light in the darkness. So at your job, the narcissist, the 1 or 2 or 3, however many it is, you want to be able to shine light on those situations. So you might be the positive force. So it's another reason you shouldn't let them run you off from your job. You think about it. if you come to work and everybody excited when you come to work and they like, Solomon, I love when Solomon's here, don't let the narcissist run you off from that, because you don't know what you're doing for somebody else. Your kind hello and good morning might be all they need to make them through the day, because you don't know what they're going through, not only at work, but at home too. Because see, sometimes at work, I think we miss that, you know, these people are dealing with things at home. You just see them at work dressed up in their nice clothes and you think, hey, that's a good guy, that's a good woman. You know, they got everything together. They're driving a BMW or driving, you know, whatever nice fancy car they have. But at home, they're in a war zone. And just because I'm talking about narcissists in the workplace and different bad people at work, they have bad people at home too. So you got to realize that everybody not dealing with what you're dealing with. We all dealing with different things. Whether it's a loss of job, maybe their wife just passed, maybe their wife just left them, maybe they just don't have money to put food on the table. All their money is going towards different things and they just can't afford things. So, you know, again, do all things without grumbling and questioning. So God put us through certain trials and tribulations. That way we can learn from it. Just think about everything you go through is education. It's always, he's trying to teach us something. So let's just be mindful that we're learning things and it's for a reason. So again, shine that light. Don't let the narcissist run you from your job. Shine that light. Now, at the same time, I'm going to say, don't be stupid. If you have a better job offer, just because you're nice at this job, guess what? God might be telling you to go to this next job and do the same thing. Everything runs its course. So maybe your course was just being there 7, 8 months or 3 or 4 years. It's ran its course and now it's time for you to move on. So you go ahead, you know, you pray about it, you do what God tells you to do, you know. So again, Philippians 2, verse 14 and 15, like I said, just shine a light in darkness. Don't complain about everything, you know. For one, everybody don't like a complainer. And then with God, you know, he gives us a lot of things for our benefit, and then he also don't give us things for our benefit. So think about that for a second. Everything you pray for, you're not going to get. Just because you ask for $4 million don't mean you're going to get it. Because think about it, sometimes he might give you that money, you might be broke in a year. So what did you actually learn from that? Probably nothing. I mean, yeah, you was able to buy a few things and, you know, you bought this big fancy house, but guess what's going to happen now? You broke. So either you're going to sell that house or you're going to go into debt way bigger than what you had. So moving right along, what they're trying to say here, you know, again, the Bible verse, practice discernment at work. That's what I want y'all to get out there. Practice discernment, and then be that beacon of light or that beacon of hope at work. It's okay to talk about God and read your Bible, you know, at work. Even if the narcissist is present, hey, you talk about God. Don't be scared to talk about God at work, or you know, don't be another character at work. You know, don't be Solomon at home and then be Solomon 2.0 at work. No, be Solomon. You know, you always want to be your best version of yourself, but I don't have to stop talking about God just because, you know, I'm at work. You know, now I don't have to be a preacher at work, but if somebody asks me something, they're going through something, I can still tell them, you know, what I think, you know, God is trying to tell them to do, and tell them to pray, and, you know, maybe bring out a couple of Bible verses that they need to read. So again, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Be diligent at work and at home. So never start your day with an argument at work, because it kind of sets the tone for your day. When you think about it, you get in an argument, you just got to work at 8 o'clock, and you get in an argument with one of your coworkers at 8:30. It kind of, you know, rubs you the wrong way. You're probably a little mad or angry. I don't know if it's going to be the whole day, but, you know, it's probably a few hours where you're upset. So try to avoid those, you know, and it might not even be with a narcissist. Not everything is a narcissist, but it might just be with a worker that's having a bad day. So try to avoid those confrontational things, and, you know, make sure that you practice discernment at work and, you know, figure out, you know, your path. Okay. Start your day with a prayer and a conversation with God. You know, I woke up this morning, I prayed, I read my Bible plan and my Bible verse, my Bible app, and, you know, I read a couple of things, you know, that's positive on LinkedIn. I post something, you know, on LinkedIn. So, you know, start your day with positivity. You know, there's nothing wrong with being positive and, you know, talking about God, you know, because, you know, a lot of people don't want to hear it, but there's a lot of people that do want to hear it. So there's nothing wrong with, in the workplace, again, you know, or before you get to work, start your day, you know, listen to some good music, whatever gets you in that mindset that, hey, I got to go to work and deal with these people. for 8, 10, 12, 14 hours, you know, however many hours you're working. Do that. You know, do that. It might be getting a cup of Joe, coffee for people that don't know. But I don't drink coffee, but you know, it might be hot chocolate. It might be getting your favorite smoothie, or you know, eating a banana or fruit, or your favorite, you know, maybe you want to eat a burger early in the morning. Hey, I'm from Louisiana. We eat gumbo first thing in the morning sometime. Hey, trust me, I've done it plenty of times. Or maybe some crawfish etouffee first thing in the morning. Yeah, hey, it's good. It's no rule that say you got to eat this stuff at nighttime or at lunchtime. I can eat in the morning too. I don't have to eat cereal. Hey, cereal make my stomach hurt sometimes, so I don't eat cereal all the time. But hey, that's another subject. Getting off course. Again, narcissists, you know, might notice a change in you, and but keep pushing forward. You know, they might notice that you being positive, and it might go at you even a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with that. You're built for this. God built you to be able to take on this battle. So if they coming at you a little bit harder, that's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Just pray. Keep praying. Keep reading your Bible, and keep pushing forward. Don't let them stop the little choo-choo train that you are. Okay, moving. We're almost coming down to the end. Moving forward, working with a narcissist, I ain't gonna lie, it's not easy, but it's doable. It is doable. So I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, you with a narcissist, oh, you need to leave that place of employment. No, that's not what I'm saying. Solomon didn't tell you that. That's not what I'm telling you. It's doable. You know, you can work. You can be in the same environment with people. I'm pretty sure you've done it before. People you don't like, and you work with them, and you work with them for 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 years, and you never did like the person. Never hung out with them. You didn't like what they stood for. You don't like the way they talk. Whatever it is, you just don't like them for whatever reason. But you know, as long as you're praying about it, you're doing. You know, you're occupying your space. They stand in theirs. Hey, keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I work with micromanagers. Idea stealers. I'm going to talk about that. You know, people that just steal your ideas. Narcissists, Ahab, Jezebel spirits at work, just angry people at work, people that I classified as crazy, but come to find out maybe they wasn't really crazy. They had some other issues. Work with people that was getting abused from home. And, you know, now knowing what I know, you know, you want to pull those people to the side. Now, I did back then, you know, certain occasions, but, you know, as a man and as a black man, sometimes you don't want to get involved in certain situations, especially a place of employment where there's a lot of Caucasians there, and you know, it might be a Caucasian female or something. But you know, you gotta pray about it, and you know, ask God, hey, should I get involved with this? Because it might be meant for you to get involved with it, or go on to human resources, or you know, just talking to that person. It might just be as simple as talking, or it might just be as simple as just praying for them. You might not have to say anything to them. It might just be as simple as just saying a quick prayer for them, or praying. You know, when you go into your prayer closet, into your war room. And just praying for these people at work, you know, and just, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. So, you know, in the coming weeks, I got a lot of different topics, and like I said, I'm going to be dropping 2 videos. You know, I prayed about it, talked to my wife about it, and after the video last week that we did, we got real positive feedback on that. I've been getting positive feedback actually on a lot of the videos I've launched, and so I say, you know what, let's move into doing 2 videos a week. I can handle it right now. So that's what's moving forward. It's going to be on Wednesdays and probably Fridays. So this video has been recorded today on Friday. So I'll get it, you know, cleaned up and edited, and I'll upload it today. So once again, you know, this is Faith-Based Workplace YouTube channel. We're growing, you know, and subscribers and everything. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving the comments. Just asking that you support, you know, just subscribe, tell a friend, share it with a friend. I'm seeing some people saying, you know, they're sharing it with different people. Hey, I'm asking, you know, is that cool? Yes, it's good. That's what we want. We want it to grow. We want to get the word out there, talking about God and talking about, you know, narcissists at work and there's different things. But it's more about the mission. It's not about selling T-shirts. It's simple. It's about prayer. It's about, you know, worship, and it's about reading the Bible and things of that nature. So I look forward to seeing y'all on future videos, like I said, in the comments and everything. And once again, this is Solomon Savoy with Faith-Based Workplace YouTube channel. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. Be blessed.